What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Kevin Jackwitz. This is the Kaged Review, and today I'm going to talk wrestling. I've been a big fan since I was a little kid, and I've seen a lot of changes throughout the years. But for today, we're going to talk about, is WWE getting too comfortable?
Degenerate into something fool. We just got tired of doing what you told us to do. That's a brace, boy. Yeah, that's a brace, little man. Break it down. Degeneration up.
Okay, so if you haven't been paying attention to wrestling, if you're not a fan, WWE, especially Raw, their flagship show, has had both its worst ratings ever, followed very quickly by their worst ratings in 21 years. And I think that we're getting to a point where WWE feels a little bit too comfortable after getting this billion-dollar deal that they haven't been putting out a very good product. They haven't been taking the time. They haven't been writing anything good. They haven't been creating great storylines. They haven't been creating good characters. And so what's happening now is finally there is a backlash within the fan base, and it's showing in the ratings. Now, those ratings drops are so low that they're actually starting to affect the WWE stock. Now, this is a huge problem for WWE because they were almost under 2 million, and at one point it was said that they really need to start worrying if they ever get under 3 million. Well, now they're almost a million short of that. And it just keeps getting lower and lower with the ratings. And it seems like because they've had these billion-dollar deals, like especially for SmackDown, that they have just felt financially secure. But the problem is with that is that they put out a vast amount of money to make this product. Their shows cost a lot, and that's why they're not worth $1 billion. So here we are in a spot where they're not booking what the fans want to see. The fans have been very vocal about what they want and what they don't want, and it's very evident that WWE doesn't really care about that and that they don't listen to the fans as much as they say they do. Vince McMahon has been quoted so many times as saying he listens to the fans. But if he did, and if he really cared about what the fans think, we wouldn't be getting what we've been getting. I'll give a perfect example. It's a small example, but it's a perfect example of what I've been talking about. WWE, way back at the Royal Rumble, started a feud between Sasha Banks, who is an amazing in-ring performer, the fans really love her, and an all-time legend, Trish Stratus. And so when WWE Evolution was, kind of put forth, and everybody was expecting, them to bring legends in, and they found out that Trish Stratus was coming in, everybody expected there to be a Sasha Banks Trish Stratus match. And out of the blue, just seemingly from nowhere, it became Trish versus Alexa Bliss. Now, I have nothing against Alexa Bliss. I do believe Sasha Banks is far better in the ring, and Alexa Bliss is very good on the mic. They're both good on the mic. But there's no build-up to it like there was with Sasha. We all know that Sasha is a very big fan of Trish Stratus. And everything they did since January just went nowhere. And I personally am like, why is this happening? And there's other pieces to the women's evolution that really are rubbing me the wrong way. And a lot of fans, I'm not just trying to speak for myself, even though that's really all I ever do, because it's just my opinion, but I've noticed a lot of fans on Twitter, on social media, they're really speaking out against this women's evolution just stopping all momentum completely, with the likes of Carmella and Nia Jax and the Iconics, and all the good female wrestlers that they were utilizing, they were not utilizing for quite some time. Now they've gone back and they made Charlotte champion, followed very quickly by Becky Lynch on SmackDown, which is great. I think they are both very deserving. But for so long, you were just utilizing literally the worst female wrestlers in the company. And no one really understood it that I could see. I was on social media a lot, and everybody that I saw was complaining about it. And so it's these kinds of decisions that I think are really getting the fans to say, you know what? I'm not really into this product anymore, and I really don't care to watch it. If you watch the shows, you have really one or two good storylines that carry the show, and you deal with maybe a handful of stars, and usually just a couple. And so there's really nothing engrossing about it. Your storylines are gone. You're using what would be typically a lot of lower mid-carders to carry your shows. And that is, in my opinion, really hurting the product. Badly. And so I do feel that WWE, they felt too comfortable, and now they're starting to see that if they don't put on a quality product, they're not going to be able to keep these big paydays coming in. Because companies are not going to want to pay for the shows if they're not getting ratings, and let's face it, they could get dropped. I mean, if the ratings keep going down, you know, these companies are not going to pay for something that people aren't watching, and it's just that simple. I'm sure they're not in trouble that bad just yet, but that doesn't mean it's not heading there. And if you're looking at the ratings for the shows in the last couple of weeks, it's heading there. So I really want your guys' opinions. Do you think that WWE got a little bit too comfortable? Do you think Vince McMahon got a little bit too comfortable after that $1 billion deal? And they're not putting forth the effort to making a great quality product, and now you're seeing the really big backlash from that? Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, like I said, I know they're not going to be, you know, in jeopardy right away. This is a company that has, you know, gone on to what, 1,200 episodes or something like that. So, but I am kind of concerned about it because, honestly, like I said, 2 weeks ago, they had the lowest viewership ever. And once viewership starts affecting stock, that means that people are taking notice. So give me some input. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackowitz. Kaged Nation, out.